Released June 12, 2021 by developer Banana Bird Studios and publisher White Thorn Games, Beasts of Maravilla Island is what I'd like to call a third-person walking sim, casual photography sim, adventure exploration game. Yes, that's a mouthful, but also the best way I can describe this one. Thanks to the publisher for the review key.
Aww.
Games like Beasts of Maravilla Island remind me why I shifted more towards doing indie reviews. You never know what you're gonna get when starting an indie game up, even if you watched or read reviews beforehand. That and the fact that this channel cannot afford the latest AAAs, and Treyarch and Naughty Dog aren't exactly flooding my inbox with review keys. But yeah, indie games do keep things interesting. Now, it will be easy to start comparing this game to the only Pokemon game I've ever played, Pokemon Snap. No, I mean the original on the N64. But if I started doing that, it would mean I did like a few other reviewers did with this game. Play it for half an hour to 45 minutes, then came to an uneducated conclusion. I like to give each game I review the fairest shake I can within reason, so I played Beasts of Maravilla Island through to completion. Well, till the end credits rolled at least. Here's my take. Beasts of Maravilla Island at first glance will give you the impression that it is simply a Pokemon Snap style game with slight differences, with the aim being the same, to basically take photos of mystical creatures, but that's really not the aim of this game. Let's talk the story.
When I was young, my grandpa used to fill my head with crazy stories about a magical island.
You are Marina, and from a tender age, while being around your grandfather, he told you stories of an island filled with magical creatures. After his passing, he left behind a journal encouraging you to take a trip to this mythical place. He tells you that you need to make this island known, as we cannot save what we do not know, and this island is indeed in need of saving, as it grows weaker. His vague explanation as to why the island is growing weaker was inaccurate though, but in an effort not to spoil the story for those who have not played this short adventure, I'll leave the rest up to you to find out.
So, I leave you my camera and my journal. Photograph Maravilla's majesty.
The story is simple, nothing too deep, unless you decide to look beyond the surface and to create a deeper meaning. The thing about the story that I appreciate is, it gave me reasons to continue. I'm not saying I couldn't play a game all the way through without some semblance of a story, but a little lore never hurt. And it did make me feel better to know I wasn't just playing a casual photography sim. And even if that is what this is, the narrative added meat to the bones. And it's through this story I realized there was indeed more to this game than just taking pictures. There was an actual end game, a purpose. Beasts of Maravilla Island sports some minimalistic graphics with a unique hand-drawn art style. I'm not trying to sugarcoat this though. What we have here looks like it could easily run on a PS2 or Dreamcast. It's not great. Minimalist intentions or not, sometimes the animations look like they could have used a bit more time in the oven. And particularly when climbing trees, you can see where your character and the objects you're climbing merge in a very unpolished way. There aren't many graphic settings either. VSync, resolution, and frame rates are pretty much all you're able to adjust. But with that said, I still love the visuals, as dated as they seem. They're still quite adequate and fitting actually.
Notice the stories living around you. Everything is interesting.
The audio was fine and does get a thumbs up. It wasn't great, but appreciated. The voice acting was subpar B-movie and the score was fitting, light but fitting. The actual gameplay, Beasts of Maravilla Island, should be classified as a non-violent game. There are no battles. You get a little roughed up closer to the end and engage in the devs' light-hearted version of a boss fight, which is more of a light puzzle experience, but there really is no violence. On the subject of puzzles, they come in a few forms. You solve these light puzzles through taking pictures of particular plants or animals. Whistling and sometimes interacting with the environment and inhabitants in specific ways. There was a point where I was overthinking things and ended up stuck, simply because I thought there had to be more to progression. But Beasts of Maravilla Island emphasizes on casual. It can be easily completed in one sitting, with only 3 areas to explore in a rather linear fashion. Beasts of Maravilla Island, from my recollection of Pokemon Snap on the N64, is not a Snap clone or wannabe. But even if it is, as I have not played new Pokemon Snap and never will, it should be great for fans of the genre, if there even is a genre, as I cannot think of another casual photography sim out there. But if you like Snap, you may very well like this. This isn't exactly my kind of game, but I can show appreciation for what it is. And to all who may find this kind of thing appealing or even slightly interesting, give it a shot. There's a link to the Steam page in the description. I also think this game would be a great fit for the Switch. Who knows? AAA games are all well and good, but many times, if you'd like a truly unique experience, one off the beaten path, then the indie scene is where you want to be. Show your support for independent game developers. Most if not all indie games are priced relatively low. Some are even free with the option to donate, so there's really no reason to pass. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If I pissed you off for some reason, then we all know where to find the various hate buttons, don't we? Either way, I won't hold it against you. Our game is never over.